Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to review with you with the Dollhouse lighting set. It's 12-volt system. Alright, we've got a fake board here, or not a fake board, but a fake wall set up. Alright, and the back of this tape actually has a sticky back. It's got like a protective coating over it, and when you peel that off, it'll have the copper backing. All right, and then it's blue and like a copper color. So for all intents and purposes, we'll just call that blue and red.
All right, we're gonna tape it near the corner here to get you started. Peel the backing off. And tamp it down securely. Here's another piece that we'd already cut. What we're going to do is start at the edge, pushing it down and push it into the corner, nice and snug, then run it up the wall as far as you're going to have to go for your outlet to be.
Okay, now be very careful when you're pushing in the corner, because if you push too hard, you'll break that connection and that will make your lights not work, which we will actually review that in a little bit. All right, so for the next step, we're going to put another piece going up this side, so we have one that works and one that does not work for tutorial purposes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut that and tape that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put another piece, go in the opposite direction. All right, and then it shows you in the directions how to tape and run with a fold. So we're going to show you how to do that. You're going to pull the backing off. Okay, so pull that tape off the back.
Now, depending on the direction you want to go, if you want to go in this direction towards me, you put that down, you make your first fold at a 90 degree corner. That's your first fold. And the second fold, you bend it right even with that. That way you don't have to put any nails in there to make the contact. It leaves a little lump there, which doesn't really hurt if you're going to put carpet or anything on the floor.
Okay, so you'll have like a little bit of a lip.
If you look at your directions, it'll show you on there. Or you could put a piece of tape over it to hold it down if you're afraid it's going to move. It shows you on your directions how your first fold is going away from the direction you want to go in, and your second fold, you fold it back over and come in this direction. That's the second fold. Now to make the connections, the directions show you putting 2 nails in each color. You'll go down through the pink or rose colored, it's supposed to be red, and then the blue for black. So what we'll do, just take a pen and just mark right down through each one, there and there, there and there. And you'll do that, I don't know if you can see it, you'll do that with all your connections. You want the pink to go through to the pink underneath and the gray to the gray underneath. Same way here. The gray and the rose color, or pink. And that's where you want to go. And the same thing here. You want to make sure that you go down through the dark color, into the dark color, and the rose color into the rose color. You don't want to go from the rose to the dark. You don't want to go here. That would give you a dead short out. So now we'll go ahead and put the pins through. Just tapping it very lightly, just to get a little dent in there to where I can get it started.
All right, and this should have came with your kit. It should have been in a little set like this, and it had a drill bit and a couple of little things that look like nails. We're just using the hammer. It actually gives you the little screwdriver tool that you can use, or a drill tool.
That's if you're using a very hard wood. You want to drill the holes and put the eyelets in. I'm just doing this to get a place so when I put the nails down through it, I got them in the right place.
Okay, and I would not put them on the table after you open them out of your package. I would put them in a little cup because they're really difficult to hang on to. Get yourself some needle nose pliers and grab hold of them.
These are brass, so they'll slide around all over the place on you. If you don't have any real small needle nose pliers, you can use a pair of tweezers.
Be patient because it can be
it's tedious.
A little, like he said, tedious. Okay, so then you want to put those in the holes that you just did.
Tap it down nice and tight.
Okay, you want to do that with every single one of them. Okay, so then you made your very first connection. It should look like that. All right, we're going to do that to here, there, and over there, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now there are the little nail breds all throughout here. Next step is to take this little connector that you get, and you want to put it in there, unhook it.
You want to put it in here, and they got a hole in there that gives you a screw that once you put this down in through your system, you want to put a screw down through it to hold it. You want to put a screw down there to keep it in place. And I suggest that you do it somewhere out near the edge of your dollhouse. Don't let it hang over, just let it so you can sit there.
Okay, so now we have that on there. Now you want to take your tester.
I can't see what I'm doing. A tester.
And test it.
That means that the current's going through here and going that way. And now to make sure that your pins are in the proper place here and the current flows to your next connection, you can go to the next connection and test it. Then you can go to your next connection and test it, which will be coming up this way. I can't see. And then your current would be going the other direction. There, and then it comes up this way. And then it would go across here and up your walls. That. So the current is flowing all the way through each connection.
Okay, so now the biggest problem a lot of people run into is when they're putting their wallpaper on, they're taking their card and they're going down against the wall and they press into that and they've cut that. I've done that. Not with this color tape, but with my other copper tape. So we had to go back and fix that on the other dollhouse that I've done. So how to fix that with this tape is going to be really simple, and we're going to show you how to do that. Okay, so as you can see, it is lit up, all right? So now we're going to show you how it's going to lose connection.
If you press it into that corner too tight, you'll cut that wire. I mean, it's pretty stout, but if you do happen to cut it, you can see how you lost the connection. Now, in order to fix that, you're going to have to add a piece to this. You can see this knife is making the connection again. It's redoing the connection. So in order to fix that, you're going to have to cut a small piece and put the nails down through each one of them again. If you're not sure of which one you cut, if you cut the red or the dark color one, it's best to go through both of them. Lightly push it into the corner.
You may not want to use a box knife like he is. You may want to use something that's not sharp. Maybe like one of your loyalty cards or a credit card would be a better choice.
So you'll put that over top of it, and then you'll run a nail down through each one of these, all four, 2 here and 2 there.
Because just by putting this tape here does not give you this connection. You have to actually physically put these brads back in there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and redo those nails again, and then we'll show you that in a second.
Another one. You're holding it right in front of my face and I can't. See that little spark? It was still on. It's still on. Need a little tester. Did I turn it off? Or? There it is.
All right, so as you can see, by doing this, it fixed the problem. Now you can put 2 nails in each one of these colors on each one, which would make you actually have to have 4 on each color. Okay, and that gives you the connection just by doing that. That's how you would fix it if you cut your wire. And it doesn't matter if you cut it in the corner or if you cut it in the middle. Wherever you cut it, you will have to do the same thing with this tape. If you're using ordinary copper tape, you can just solder it. All right? So that's how you would wire a dollhouse using this tape.
You might be able to see it better. All this is explained in your wiring directions. If you can notice, they have the 2 nails. They're staying within the color on both of them. The red to the red, or the orange, or the blue. And you got a small needle nose pliers and sticking the nail in there to get it started. Or if you got a hard board, something harder than what we're using here, or MBS, you can use the drill, stick the eyelet in, and then put it down through in there. But the eyelet should make the connection.
Okay, and what they use these for are for like when you have those little plug-in dollhouse lights, that's when you would want to use this. Because then your dollhouse would go plugging into that, and then that would make the connection. Or not your dollhouse will plug into it, but your light will plug into this, into your dollhouse. Okay, so these aren't really necessary unless you plan on using plug-in lights. If you're just using the overhead lights and stuff like that, then you can kind of just
you can use
do it
them.
like this.
Use them if you're putting an outlet on the wall or something like that, and you got to have marked an exact spot.
Right. You got to be careful about that though, because the prongs might not line up, but it is doable. So again, like, you know, we'll just review this light in every single spot again.
Okay.
We're going to turn off the lights this time. Hold on.
All right, here's the starting connection. Like I said, bring this out near the edge, but don't let it overhang too far because your wires may get bent or tangled up. Make sure that's down in there, and then put a screw in there to keep it in place. Our first connection we did was we bent it a 90 and then a 90. If you want to go to the left, you want to start and bend it to the right and then go to the left over top of it. Now, this is our last connection here is where it is. You can see the currents going through each one of them. So you just want to make sure that when you test it, you stick your little pin down through each one of them. And you'll see the connectors work perfectly. Okay. And it works fine. If you'll notice here, the pink wire, it goes up, it's folded, and it goes in that direction. So when you get to the corner, make sure that this color and this color are the same, and that's where your two nails would go down through there. Same way here with the dark color and the dark color, your two nails would go down through it. And it might be easier when you're putting those nails in is to just take in a needle or something sharp that you can get the nail started for you. If you have a good set of tweezers, because these things are hard, they're small. If you have a good set of tweezers, these are a little bit too thick here, but you can use a nice pair of tweezers. And if you get a good grip on it, and even enough sticking out there that you can get it started, and once you get it started, just tap it lightly, and then you can drive it down in there, and that'll make your connection, but you want to go through the wood.
All right, again, we're using the Miniature House Lighting Basic Wiring Set, okay? It's sold at Hobby Lobby and AC Moore. It gives you instructions, and this is what to expect.
And it's an AC adapter. In other words, it's not DC current like batteries. Batteries are DC current. This is AC current, like it's alternating current is what the AC stands for. I'm just going to unhook it here.
Typically, this sells for about 20 bucks. I actually got it on clearance at AC Moore for $5, like 2 years ago. So I'm not sure how much they are now, but it's a starter kit, and that's the one you want. You want to get the one that has all of the contents. It comes with the transformer, which is very important. And then you need the tape, the brads, the eyelets, and of course you need your instructions. And then it also comes with the pen and some tools that are listed here on the right side, which is basically everything that I showed you that came into this little kit. And this little silver thing on the right, that is a makeshift drill.
Yeah, you want to take, if you're using the eyelets, you want to take that little drill that they supplied and you drill the hole. You can hold the top of it and this part will turn so you can keep it in place. And once you drill the hole in there, you'll take the little eyelet and you'll stick the eyelet down in there. The eyelet goes through the tape, like here. You'll use eyelets here.
Yeah, those are brads. Yeah. These are the eyelets. These
are the eyelets. Once you get that in there, you may want to put a nail down through it, but I don't think these nails are long enough.
No.
So you just need to just drill the hole and stick that down through there.
And then if you're going to have the plug-in lights and stuff that they sell at the hobby stores and all, then you would want to put these on there. All right, well, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to follow Dollhouse Miniature Madness and Tutorial.
And don't lose your tester.
Yeah, don't lose your tester. And again, this is the adapter that it comes with. Just like
They're
that.
very sharp.
And don't bleed.
That nail is very sharp.
Oh my goodness. Dad just got himself on the back of.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it out instead of using a tool to get it
back
out.
of this. Not too bright. Okay, he's
like a
fine.
pen.
He's gonna live. In the meantime,
I don't think they'll have to amputate.
sorry. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a question, suggestion, or comment below, and we will try to get back to you as soon as we can.
Any other questions?
If you have any questions or anything like that, you can certainly hit us up on our Facebook page. It's Dollhouse Miniature Madness and Tutorials. If you message us in there, then you know, I can review it and read it and show it to Dad, because he's not on Facebook. He hasn't got that far yet.
I'm on there, just don't visit the site.
He's only on there because I made it. Anyway, anyhow, so like and subscribe, leave a question, suggestion, or comment below, and we would be glad to help you with anything that we possibly can.
And if you have any questions, we're guaranteed to get back to you within the next 2 or 3 years.
No, he's kidding. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, one more thing. If you buy the Mayberry street lights, these are the outlets for the wall that I was talking about. I actually found them after I stopped recording. So you would just put them through there. And they would just go through.
They would go through the wall outlet.
Right, if you would have it on the wall, not the floor. Okay, and then when you would plug your Dollhouse light in, that would have an actual, like, plug on it. Let me see if I can find that. I just had it in my hand. Here we go. This, if you had a light attached to this, a lot of the Dollhouse lights come with this. I bought it for something and never used it. So, there it is. It's going to connect just like that.
And you'll drive that into your wall.
So, like, if you want to put more on, make sure you get it as much in the middle of these as you can. All right, again, there it is there. Okay. So if you had the lights that plug in, I will just show you, even though this one is not attached.
On your wall. Your wall for an outlet. I just don't want to drive it in the test piece because we're going to use these sooner or later. You can say.
And then when you push it all the way in, it won't have that little short.
Well, it'll go all the way in up against the wall.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you drive this in the wall, it'll go in that far.
Yeah, so make sure your Dollhouse is pretty thick
like
if you're going to use this. All right. So, and then the outlets, how they plug in is they just go in there like that. Now, this is not hooked up to anything. There's no wiring or anything like that hooked to it, so you can't really see that. But when you buy these plugs, they have wires that, one wire that comes out, it's usually white, and then it hooks to a lamp or a chandelier or whatever you want on your ceiling. So then you can use it like that. And again, these are Mayberry lights and Mayberry outlets. All right. Thanks a lot. And again, we'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe below and have a wonderful day.